an Expert by Dreamplex is a podcast focusing on asking the expert of their field about their journey in becoming the specialist that they are today, as well as lessons and tips that they can share with us for our own personal development, together with how we can be a better version of ourselves in our professional career path. Topics we will be discussing in this podcast range from tips such as how to scale up a business, what is a healthy startup growth, to the importance of emotional intelligence and soft skills in our career journey. My name is Yenly Tran, and I'll be your host for today's episode. Joining me today is Đặng Trần Tùng. Tung is notably known as the first Vietnamese in the country to score the ultimate 9.0 on IELTS, not only once or twice, but 4 times. But before we get into the questions, for those that don't know you, could you please give us a brief introduction?
Hello, everyone. Thanks for having me on. My name is Đặng Trần Tùng, and in a somewhat sharing myself and put myself in a box, I wear actually quite a number of hats. As you have mentioned, my work primarily has to do with English, the learning and teaching thereof. I also specialize in a standardized test that apparently everyone has to take nowadays, and so that works out a lot to my advantage. It's called the IELTS, and I also share a lot of English study tips and just English resources on social media. Also wrote a book or two about the IELTS in the process of writing a third one. And I've been fortunate enough to participate in a number of events and TV shows that have a lot to do with what I'm passionate about, which is learning English.
Right. Well, thank you for being here today.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, but now that you have, a larger audience and in a bigger platform, are there any other topics other than just tips on English that you would like to share with your audience?
So obviously I have a number of channels, and each one allows me to share, slightly different things. But I really hope that at the end of the day, people do get the point that we're not simply here trying to, be better at English.
Right.
I mean, being better at English is great. It's good that you can master the language. It's an indescribable feeling to just be able to command your language to your will, bend it to your will.
Right.
But what you can do with the English, with your English, is just so much more exciting than the language itself, to me at least. And I think at this point, I'm going to enrage a number of people who are very passionate about learning English. I mean, English itself is a beautiful language, but ultimately I'm in it for something else.
Right.
At the end of the day, sometimes I still revel in the fact that I discover something new about English, maybe a word that I've known forever, but suddenly I discover another layer of meaning of it. And I'm very thrilled about that. But ultimately, I'm in it for the knowledge and the experience that I'm enabled to have through English.
Yeah.
So reading about the stuff that I care about, watching the shows I want, traveling to places where people speak English and actually conversing with, the natives. Those are the things that I'm a lot more excited about than just being kind of good at that language.